Welcome to Lesson 1 of the Computer and Programming Introductory course. In Lesson 1, we will present an introduction to computer. We will cover computer and computer types, computer system and its components, and types of software. Our objective is, by the end of this lesson, you should be able to describe basic tools, skills and software required to learn programming. So let's begin. We are starting this course by defining the computer. A computer can be defined in different ways. For example, a general definition of computer is, anything that can perform calculations could be referred to as a computer. According to this definition, human being is also a computer. Encyclopedia Britannica defines computer as, a computer is a device for processing, storing, and displaying information. Swedish National Encyclopedia defines computer as, a computer is a digital device for calculation, processing and communication. There could be many more definitions of computer. And they can differ slightly in viewpoint and detail. As you have noticed here that, all the three definitions we have, differ slightly in viewpoint and detail, but technically they are correct. Let's go ahead and take a look at the computers developed in early ages. Computer in early ages were mostly mechanical and manual. Human need to operate computers by providing instructions. The list of early ages computers may include abacus, slide rules, difference machine, tide predicting machine, and torpedo data computer. But now things are different. We have more advanced computer these days. Today's computers are powerful, and can perform calculations automatically by using stored instructions. Now we will learn computer categories. Based on the type of input and output, computers fall into three categories. These categories are analog computer, digital computer, and hybrid computer. Let's study them one by one. Computers that deal with analog type of data are called the analog computers. Input and output of these computers is always in analog form. When analog data, like temperature, voltage, or speed, is provided as input to the analog computers, they produce some results after processing them. For example, speedometer that measures speed, is an analog computer. You may have used or seen a variety of analog computers in your life. Other examples include thermometer, vehicle petrol gauge and etc. Today when we refer to a computer, we usually mean digital computer. However, listeners must be aware that there are other computer types that exist. Digital computers deal with discrete or digital type of data. Such computer receive data, like numbers, letters and symbols in digital form. A digital data is basically consisting of binary number system. Binary number system uses only two symbols, typically, 0 and 1. Every character, number or symbol, transforms into its binary equivalent, before it goes into the computer memory for processing. Let's take a look at the example, how a simple text, hello, how are you, looks in digital form. This text includes English characters, and some special characters, such as spaces and question mark. Every character, whether it is a letter, or special character, must convert into its binary equivalent, before they get representation into computer memory. Like uppercase letter H, converts into 0, 1, 0, 0, 1, 0, 0, 0, which is 8-bit binary equivalent of capital H. Likewise, question mark character, converts into 0, 0, 0, 0, 1, 0, 1, 0. In Lesson 3, you will learn some more details about binary number system. And when you program, you will practically experience it. Let's now talk about hybrid computers. These computers consisting of a combination of analog and digital computer systems. Usually, they are designed for special purposes, where digital and analog data is required to be processed. You may have seen or used many hybrid computers. For example, a thermometer with digital screen is a hybrid computer. Such thermometers take temperature as input and after processing it, display temperature, in the form of digits, in a digital screen. We call them digital thermometers just because they show digital result. but they aren't digital computers. Instead, they are hybrid computers. Another example is blood pressure machine that shows result in the form of digits. You may have seen such machine in the hospitals nowadays. Like temperature, human blood pressure is analog type data. The blood pressure machine takes analog data as input and then converts it into digital form. We have now better idea of types of computers. Let's now talk about computer system and its components. When we say computer system, we actually mean a computer with related devices, like input or output devices. Every computer system may have different number of devices, and the list of such devices is quite long. Some of you may have known that computer components are divided into two major categories, that is, hardware and software. Let's study them one by one. Computer hardware is any physical device used in or with your machine. For example, the computer monitor, that is used to view results, and the mouse to point and click in screen. All computer hardware can be further categorized as input devices, output devices and processing devices. While computer software is a set of instructions, stored digitally within the computer memory, which tell the computer what to do. Unlike the hardware components, software components have no physical presence, they are stored in digital form within computer memory. Now we will look into the types of software. Computer software are special programs, designed, or developed to fulfill specific tasks electronically. There are different categories of software, but major category includes application software, system software and computer programming tools. We will look into these categories one by one. Let's begin with application software. Application software are programmed to perform the general user tasks. An average computer user may have experienced a variety of application software. Like Microsoft Word, Microsoft PowerPoint, and Adobe Acrobat are some of the examples of application software. When you program your own application using any programming language, your application would also be called application software. System software are the special ones. System software manages computer hardware components, and allows the interaction between hardware and other type of software. In a single computer system exists more than one system software, like operating systems, BIOS, device drivers, bootloaders, linkers and compilers. An operating system, like Microsoft Windows, is the most important system software that runs on a computer. An operating system could be considered as computer manager, that manages all resources, hardware and software, of the computer. Usually, no program, or user can interact with other software, or hardware without the help of operating system. Now we will talk about computer programming software tools. Computer programming tools are special type of software used to build other software. They are sometimes called as software development tools. Today, you can find a lot of different computer programming software tools to work with. Some famous computer programming tools are Lynx, NetBeans, Atom, GitHub and Visual Studio. In our programming course, we will use Visual Studio as programming tool, and C# as programming language. Congratulations! We have reached to the end of Lesson 1. And I hope that you acquired new knowledge. I also hope that, as per our objective, you are now able to define and describe computers in detail. You are now ready to start off Lesson 2. Lesson 2 will give you insight into programming. You will familiarize yourself with important terms that every programmer must know. Good luck.